Hi guys, so it's Tuesday today, which means it's obviously my video day. This week the topic is bookshelf tours and just book related things to do with our books. So what I'm actually going to do first is I'm going to give you a brief tour of my bookshelves, and then I'm going to explain to you guys how I order my books and, you know, which places I've put certain books in and why. So I just really hope you enjoy this really short bookshelf tour, and let's just get started. So on the top of my bookshelves I've got various things. I've got my Mario Kart corner, Pudgy the Bear, Torchwood box set, Two Bears from London, Pikachu, Snoopy, 3 school projects, which this one is really ugly, and then finally here I've got my Harry Potter Lumos one, which doesn't light up anymore because I'm too lazy to replace the batteries. So this is my wonderful top of bookshelf, which I get to stare at, and it's really pretty and things. So let's get started with the actual shelves. First shelf, I've got all of my CDs and my DS games and Game Boy games. I've got some Professor Layton over here, Brain Training, Animal Crossing, Pokemon all the way here, Bleach, and then I've got all my CDs. I've got some Owl City ones, some Take That ones, soundtracks, Now 74, 6 and 7. I've got some ABBA, Michael Jackson, Britney Spears, just loads of different things which probably you guys have never heard of because they're all pretty much British, but some of them you might have heard of, and you'll definitely have heard of some of these games because they're awesome. So just going to get you looking at my wonderfulness. Yay! First shelf that's actually filled with books. I've got the Skullduggery Pleasant series, all of my different books. I am a freak, so I decided to collect all of the editions. I've got the first editions, the proof copy of the first book, hardbacks. I've got coloured pages in terms of this one and Playing with Fire. Over here I've got the new paperbacks, The End of the World, which is the mini one, and then I've just got some other books up here which don't fit anywhere else. I've got 2 books which I just recently hauled by Magister Vata, Shiver and the Scorpio Races. I've got The Little White Horse by Elizabeth Gouge or Gouge, I'm not sure how you say that, and I never will be. The Maze Runner by James Dashner, Across the Universe by Beth Revis, and The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. So that is basically my Skullduggery Pleasant shelf for nerds. So yay, next shelf. Well, many types of books live on this shelf. I actually have my ones from when I was younger, such as Horrid Henry, My Secret Unicorn series, those of the little kids books here. I've got my whole Enid Blyton collection over here, which I adore. Still love these books. Over here I've got Watership Down, the like mini collections. I've got some animal art books here. Some of Beatrix Potter's stuff, some picture books from when I was younger, and the Complete Dog and Puppy collection, which is basically a book about Casper and how to look after him. Across the top I've got books which don't fit anywhere else. I've got Artemis Fowl by Owen Colfer, Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell by Susanna Clarke. I've got 4 of the Chronicles of Narnia, which I have the full set off again somewhere else. Wolf Brother by Michelle Paver. And over here I've got The Eye of the World by Robert Jordan and John Grisham's Theodore Boone, which I really need to get the sequel of, even though I've not read the first book. So that's basically that shelf, which has loads and loads of good books on it, especially on the top. I love the Six Bad Boys, by the way. This is The Wishing Chair again, and it's really, really battered, and the cover actually comes clean off, but I'm not going to show you it, not yet at least. And I absolutely adore The Secret Seven, The Famous Five, Naughty's Girl, I love them all, so that's that shelf. Next shelf is the first of my Doctor Who hoard shelf. There were other ones over there, but I'm not going to go over there yet. I've got millions and millions of books. I'm just going to sort of scroll along, hope you can read, hope you can read, hope you can read. Hope you can read. Then here I've got 2 Torchwood books. I've got Another Life and Trace Memory, and they're really nice. I've got the biography of David Tennant, which is unofficial, and it's basically fan-written. The Sontaran Games by Jacqueline Rayner, which is amazing, even though it's really thin and, you know, barely anything in it, but it's a really good book anyway. And then I've just got Northern Lights by Philip Pullman, just like chilling out over here because it doesn't fit anywhere else, because it's a lonely, lonely soul. So get jealous of this Doctor Who collection, because you guys around the world can't get all of these, but I can, so yay! This next shelf really is a sorry state of affairs. It's got loads of different books on it, and it's got all of my DVDs on it actually. It's got some of my DVDs at any rate. It's also got some videos, and it's got some factual books. I've got Winnie the Pooh, some game guides, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Tower of London, all of my wonderful DVDs and videos, and then I've got some other books down here such as my French and English dictionaries, 2 books about writing which I adore, Back to the Future, 2 pads which I'm going to get people to sign in, Writers I Met and Liked and Teachers I Met and Liked. They're basically autograph books. I've got Pirates of the Caribbean, Lion King, Shrek, blah 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 blah. Going along the top I've got H.G. Wells' The War of the Worlds, and then 4 Terry Pratchett books, which I don't really like. I've got Anthony Horowitz, Stormbreaker and Ravensgate, both part of different series. I've got my book, which is terrible, called Wandering and the Supernatural, and it's by me, and that's my name, yay. And then I've got 2 copies of Department 19 by Will Hill. I've got the proof copy, which is signed, and then I've got the regular copy, which will be signed when I go and meet him at the Leeds Book Awards ceremony this year. Yay! Bottom shelf of the first bookshelf, I've got my Doctor Who DVD side of things, and also annuals and factual books, and the Doctor Who's Who, and the Torchwood Files, and loads of different things. Got 3 of William Hartnell's adventures down here, the first series, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, blah 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 blah. Up until Torchwood, I've got all the series, including Miracle Day, which was amazing, even if people don't like it. On the top, I've got some random books. Got Looking for Alaska by John Green, which I adore. The Ugliest series by Scott Westerfeld, which I also adore. It's amazing. I've got I Am Number 4 by Pittacus Law, which was amazing also. I'm saying amazing a lot today. 7 Ancient Wonders by Matthew Riley, which I haven't read. Skellig by David Alban, which I also read in year 7, I think, and I really loved it. I've got the first in the Chaos Walking trilogy by Patrick Ness, which is The Life of Never Letting Go, and I did try to read that, but I don't like it. I've got Fallen by Lauren Kate. I've got Graceling by Kristen Cashaw, Vampires Book 1, Demons of the Ocean, Time Riders Book 1 by Alex Scarrow, I think that's The Way of the Warrior by Chris Bradford, Darren Shan's Lord Loss, and then The Legend of the Guardians Book 1 by Catherine Lasky. So, get jealous of my Doctor Who collection and all of my wonderful books there, guys. It's pretty amazing. So, moving on to the next bookshelf, yay! Top shelf, which involves me standing on the stool again because I'm too short to reach the top. I've got my Roald Dahl collection. I love Matilda. Such a great book. I've got 2 really mini books here. I've got John Marks, Taking the Cat's Way Home, and then The Secret Garden, which is a classic edition. I really need to know where the rest of those went because I used to have a whole box full of them. I've got Best Love Goodnight Tales, Read Me First, Read Me and Laugh, some weird tale books which I've never read. The Wind of the Willows. I've got Leon by Helen Griffiths, Thunderbirds by John Thedan. The Railway Children by Ease Nesbitt, A Home for Jessie. I've got Hush Hush and Crescendo by Becca Fitzpatrick, which I love. I haven't actually read Crescendo yet, but it sounds really good. I've got Perfect Chemistry and Rules of Attraction by Simone Elcleese, which are amazing. I've got 4 books in the Joshua Files by M.G. Harris, Invisible City, Ice Shock, Zero Moment, and Dark Parallel. Love this series, and I love the covers on these, like, I'll actually try and show you when if I can get it out. It's got this whole luminous jacket thing, which is pretty damn amazing. And it comes out, and the book's actually white, but I can't really... Oh, there you go. You can briefly see. These glow in the dark. It's amazing. And 10 to 1, this won't even go back on the shelf now. Nope. Okay, continuing on, I've got my Sophie Mackenzie collection. Sophie Mackenzie is an amazing woman. Love all of her books. I've got Blood Ties, Blood Ransom, Girl Missing, Set Up, Hostage, The Rescue, Hunted, Double Cross, and Hit Squad. These ones here from the Set Up to Hit Squad are in a series called The Medusa Project. Girl Missing is a standalone book, but it does actually have a sequel called Sister Missing, which I haven't read yet and haven't got. And these 2 are in a pair series, and they're really good. They're about genetics and things. I've got Eragon by Christopher Paolini. I've got S.G.A. Watson's Before I Go to Sleep, which my mum bought and has not read because she is terrible. And then I've got Michael McIntyre's Life and Laughing, which was also my mum's, but she doesn't actually have a place to keep these, so she buys them, gives them to me to store, and then she never reads them. So that's how I end up with these things. Going down again, I've got some wonderful, wonderful books on this shelf, guys. I've got the entire Warriors collection, apart from the last series and some manga and other things. I've got the entire first series, which is the first 6 books here. Second series, which are the next 6 books, and the third series, which are in the American covers here. So I'm not going to say all the names, actually, yes I am. I've got Into the Wild, Fire and Ice, Forest of Secrets, Rising Storm, A Dangerous Path, The Darkest Hour, Midnight, Moonrise, Dawn, Starlight, Twilight, Sunset. Going again, I've got The Sight, Dark River, Outcast, Eclipse, Long Shadows, and Sunrise. Then here I've got Blue Star's Prophecy, Fire Star's Quest, and SkyClan's Destiny, which are some super editions, and they're amazing. Then I'm not even going to explain, you know what these are. These are the Harry Potter books, which I showed in a previous video. So moving on to the top. I've got 2 books about golden retrievers, because I'm obsessed with dogs right now. I've got Marcus Zuzak's The Book Thief, which Jack apparently hated, and then I've got The Time Traveler's Wife by Audrey Niffenegger, which I need to read because my teacher really, really loved it, my drama teacher, so she said it was really good. So this was a really nice shelf, and if you guys have noticed why I'm talking so fast, it's because I can see the battery icon flashing and I'm trying to get to the bottom of the bookshelf before it runs out. Moving on again, I've got my Peanuts series. I've got Maximum Ride here, Kensuke's Kingdom by Michael Morpurgo, The Red Pyramid, Got the whole entire series of Percy Jackson books, then I've got the Heroes of Olympus books 1 and 2. Over here I've got 2 Christopher Pike's books. I've got Thirst volume 1 and 2, Steve Oakes Bloodhunters, Charlotte's Web, Tiger's Wife by Tia Obret, Holes by Louis Thatcher, Frozen in Time by Ali Sparks. I've got the first 2 books in Jeff Kinney's Diary of a Wimpy Kid and The Brotherhood of Pirates, which I hated. And this is The Lovely Bones by Alice Sebold here. Peanuts is amazing, by the way. That's why I've got so many of them. And here, if you guys can see this is my Cassandra Clare ticket, because I am going to meet the wonderful Cassandra Clare at a book signing, and don't stalk me there, thanks. Part 2 of the Doctor Who collection, and then just random books on the end because I ran out of space. So I've got Malice by Chris Wooding and Havoc by Chris Wooding. It's a series, by the way. I've got Cassandra Clare's City of Bones, which is the only book of Cassandra Clare's which I own, so she's probably going to hate me because that's for City of Lost Souls. I've got my Doctor Who books. I'm just going to show you the titles again, if it'll focus. Yep, there we go, because I'm lazy and I can't see. There we go. And then I've got Torchwood novels. I've got Long Time Dead, Firstborn, and The Men Who Sold the World. I've got The Diary of a Doctor Who Addict by Paul Magers, who I've met. John and Carol Ballerman's Hollow Earth, which I haven't read, but I've heard lots and lots about. I've got the Hunger Games trilogy, Hunger Games, Catch a Fire and Mockingjay, which are amazing. Boys Don't Cry by Mallory Blackman, Sophie Kinsella's The Undomestic Goddess, Delirium by Lauren Oliver, My Sister's Keeper by Jodie Picoult, and Starcrossed by Josephine Angelini. So, yay! And by the way, if I've said her name wrong, I can't pronounce, I'm sorry. I'm starting to see a trend of meaningless shelves now, because this is all stuff that you guys might have seen before. I've got volumes 1 to 20 of Bleach, 1 to 5 of Naruto, volume 1 of Vampire Knight right here, sneak peek. I've got the Professor Layton movie, first 3 series of Naruto, first 2 Bleach movies, and also there's the actual Naruto movie here that I forgot about. I've got the first 3 series of Bleach. I've got the Bleach Book of Souls, which is this black one, and All Colour But the Black, which is the art book. I've got Barget Paul by SF Said. These are the full Chronicles of Narnia with the same covers as the ones I said before. Gone by Michael Grant. The Twilight books, There and There by Stephanie Meyer, which I don't, like as much as I'd like to. I've got The Death Note by nobody because it's a manga thing. And Seeker's Book 1, The Quest Begins by Erin Hunter, who wrote Warriors, which is all the way up there. So I think that's pretty much everything, apart from Enid Blyton's bedtime book, which wouldn't fit over there, and The Animals of Farthing Wood, which is a brilliant book. This is the final shelf and the camera's still alive, which is pretty damned amazing. So if I just kind of shuffle a bit closer, I've got Matched by Ali Condie and Amanda Hawkins Switched, Warhorse by Michael Balpergo, My Grammar and I by a couple of people, Pegasus and the Flame by Kate O'Hearn, Power of Six by Pit Caslow, which should really be over there with the I Am Number 4, but oh well. I've got the first 2 books in Robert Muchamore's Cherub series. I've got Running on the Cracks by Julia Donaldson, The Dead and the Dark by David Gatwood, Veronica Roth's Divergent. I haven't read it and I need Insurgent anyway because it's got a gorgeous cover. I've got The Enemy by Charlie Higson, Dodie Smith's I Capture the Castle. Going along, I've got the Sherlock Holmes first movie, the first 2 series of the TV programme Sherlock, first 2 series of Merlin, which you've seen before. I've got Life on Mars series 1 and 2 and Ashes to Ashes series 1, 2 and 3, which you've also seen before. And then I've got the Harry Potter movies, which I didn't show you in my Harry Potter video because I forgot about them and then lied about having them. I've got, obviously, they're in order anyway, so that's that. Got the Chronicles of Narnia, Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, the Friends Christmas. My entire box set of Friends is actually being borrowed by someone my mum knows, Avatar, and then the Big Bang Theory series 1, which is really good, even though I only just got into it. I've got the complete series of Sherlock Holmes stories by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. I've got 1984, which is kind of hiding down there. Got a bind-up of 4 books, which includes The Hunt for Red October, which I'm not going to go into. A simply wonderful book, which needs no explanation. It's The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I've got Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, The Wind in the Willows, a book about rocks and minerals, Little Women, The Human Body, which is a biology book. And then finally here I've got the classic fairy tales and the Peanuts 60th edition, which is the heaviest book in the world, and that is Charlie Brown and Snoopy to finish off with, and yes, that's my legs. Yay! I'm actually quite exhausted after doing that bookshelf tour. Actually, it's probably the quickest one I've ever done, and my voice is quite strained, so I'm going to do my best to talk to you guys now. So basically what I was going to tell you now is how I organise my books and, you know, why I've put certain books in certain places. So basically I order mine by series and author. I don't really differentiate between alphabetical or numerical or anything like that. I've got all of my books by one author if I can in the same place, although sometimes it doesn't work out, as I've got with, you know, Picus Law's books and Enid Blyton's books. And then I've got most of my series together in terms of DVDs and CDs as well, so I'll put all the same artists together, all of the same series if it's a series of films, such as Harry Potter, and I'll basically try and keep everything together if possible, so that's why I order them the way I have. Then in terms of where I've put things and why, DVDs are at the bottom because I don't think that it'd be wise to have them at the top, because sometimes they can be quite heavy. If you get box sets especially, they kind of drag it down. And they go with the heavier books at the bottom to basically keep my bookcases upright, so I think that's probably a good idea. Good idea, guys. And then I've got all of my books and CDs at the top because CDs are quite light, and they've got a shelf at the top, as you've seen, which is actually quite small. It's a lot smaller than the rest. They've got a smaller shelf because I moved it specifically to hold the CDs, and I thought that it was a good idea because they're easily, you know, away from where Casper might break them because the cases are quite feeble, and, you know, they've got discs in, so you can't exactly get to the DVDs because they're in, you know, bigger boxes and they're kind of squished a bit more. But the CDs, because there's not as much of them, you could easily knock over and you could easily smash. So I thought it'd be a good idea to have them at the top. And then as terms of, like, my Doctor Who books, I thought that this would be quite a good shelf. I assume you can see it because it's quite small and I can have them all going in a row reasonably close to the Doctor Who DVDs at the bottom. So that's why they're there. And in terms of the Peanut series and bigger series such as Warriors as well, I've put them in different places depending on how much I love them. So I've got Warriors and Harry Potter a bit further up because I like them more and I've read them more. And the Peanuts ones are a bit lower because I love them, but they're different styles to actual novels. So I've put actually all of my graphic type things in one place. If I just show you quickly, I've got all of my comic books here and all of my manga down here, as well as random things. So I've got pretty much everything in the same place, and that's basically how I order things. And I really love my bookcases. I think they look pretty. One second, I'll move away and show you. So, sorry if my head was rather close. I'm trying to back up a bit. Ouch. I've got this beautiful, there's the stool, by the way, that I was stood on and sat on. I've got all of my beautiful books and the things along the top. And it looks really, really pretty, so, yeah. That's basically everything. I don't actually have anything else to say. It was supposed to just be a bookshelf tour, and I've done a bookshelf tour, even if it was a bit short. So, just to finish off, I'll give you a slow look at all of the different covers and things. What was I going to show you? It was the Magic Faraway Tree. No, it wasn't. It was the Wishing Chair again. I don't have the Magic Faraway Tree. Or do I have the Magic Faraway Tree? I don't have them. Anyway, moving on. I was going to show you this, wasn't I? Because the cover comes off. If I can get it out. Use the stool because it's convenient. So it's actually, flip it over, it is the Wishing Chair again. So there's the cover. And I apparently love my mummy. So I'm very nice. I love you, mummy. And yeah, it comes out freely. And ooh, right, this is interesting, guys. This is what my sister wrote when she was 7. She was 4 sci-fi bat. 21st 121989 dash. Okay. Diamond the Pony is a foey. Ooh, that's me trying to spell my name, or else her trying to spell my name a while ago. What does this even say? Granny Basher lives in Granny Basher lives at 6 Bog Paper Lane. Oh wow. I don't even know. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Sorry it was a bit fast and that I was talking a bit fast. If you couldn't understand the garbage, leave a comment and I'll actually, you know, translate into shorter and more visible speech. So yeah, comment, subscribe, like the video. Don't dislike, it makes me depressed. And, you know, yeah, I just really hope you enjoy the videos this week, guys. And Mads, I'll see you tomorrow. And Casper will be here on Thursday. So yeah. Hope you enjoy, guys, and I'll see you all later, so bye!